follow my Instagram and listen.
And the people that have picked me up haven't been like that.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Like some of them have been streamers and stuff like that, and like that wasn't their goal, but like at the end of it, like, I have no problem being like, yeah, this is their stream.
Oh no, just
do
really trying to do a good deed for the day. I mean, I have
thank you.
streamed before, but I don't like stream.
Yeah.
It's been like what are you gonna do in Montpelier? You just heading towards Vermont?
I'm actually meeting a friend from Canada there, and then we're gonna do some duo hitchhiking for a few days.
Cool.
Head east to Portland, Maine.
Oh, sweet. Maine's nice.
Yeah. So.
New Hampshire's nice too. Just Manchester specifically is not great.
Okay. Like, yeah, I've already been through like upstate New York, Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine, and Massachusetts. Lots of fun.
That's cool. How many days are you like just? So how's hitchhiking in New Hampshire?
That was my first attempt at hitchhiking in New Hampshire. I got dropped off yesterday. People drove me from Massachusetts into Manchester, and they actually got me a hotel and everything.
Oh, that's pretty dope.
Yeah.
Where'd you stay? Like right across the street?
I stayed at it's called like the Manchester. That was nice. Like a corporate hotel. They really spoiled me. Like they also drove me from where were we? 40 miles south of Boston. It was just their Sunday day off, and they're driving around, didn't know what they wanted to do, decided to pick up this hitchhike, and they're like, where are you going? I'm like, well, I'm trying to get past Boston. So we started heading that way, totally out of the way. They didn't have any plans to go there. They're like, have you ever been to Boston? And I'd briefly been through there, but they asked if we wanted to go for dinner with them, so I took them to a pizza place in Boston, had some pizza, went to, was it Mike's for cannolis, Boston for dessert, and then they drove me all the way up to Manchester, just because I'm just trying to get past Boston, because I'm trying to meet my friend. So then they got me a nice hotel. So all around, one of the nicest, generous rides I've had.
That's super generous.
Yeah.
That's awesome. There are nice people going on.
There definitely is. Definitely is, and I think my trip kind of shows that. Almost everyone I've been picked up by has been extremely nice, generous.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Was this a toll highway?
Hitchhiking has such a, it can be so sketchy.
Yeah.
But
it has a very bad reputation, but most of the people I've talked to have done it, the vast majority of their experiences have been positive. You do expose yourself to a bit more risk than taking a bus, plane, train, or driving yourself, just because of that unknown. There's always that unknown factor. But I don't think it's as bad as people make it out to be. Oh, I know it's not as bad as people make it out to be.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a great day.
You too.
What type of industry are you in up in Concord? You don't have to dox yourself, but
yeah. So basically, I fix computers, but it's more like I work for the lottery, the New Hampshire lottery, so I sort of fix lottery machines. But it's basically computers. So that's sort of what I do. Install and fix them. So
yeah.
I'm a technician. So
cool.
Yeah, that's pretty neat. I just happened to have today off. I went to the gym earlier, just was watching streams or whatever, and just tuned in. I was like, wow, he's in New Hampshire. That's good.
What other streams do you tune in?
lately, I'm kind of like I play a lot of World of Warcraft, so I'm kind of a World of Warcraft nerd. But I watch a lot of like Hearthstone, Counter Strike. I watch a lot of like FPS,
Okay.
stuff like that. I was watching a lot of Ninja.
Mhm.
He's a pretty
Yeah.
big streamer.
Yeah. It's the
But-
biggest.
Yeah, not so much anymore. I don't want to really get into it much. I don't really watch him anymore. It's
Mhm.
not really my cup of tea anymore. But he's good at what he does.
Yeah, he's extremely good.
Yeah.
One of the best.
He can be entertaining. He's got a lot of support. Just say that. I'm just gonna head towards Montpelier. I'm just gonna go up here that, and then unless you want me to drop you off somewhere
Okay.
else, I'll just head that way. Wherever you want.
Sure. Yeah. And I'll probably take the whole way there because that's like 2 hours away.
Yeah, it's
Yeah. So just at some point I'll be like, oh, this looks like a good spot. Go from there. I do really appreciate that.
Yeah.
That's
You say
awesome.
stop
Thank you.
and I'll drop you
And yeah, you just got gifted a sub, so now you're subscribed to Hitchhike.
off. Sweet. Pog champ.
Sure, the rocks. Thank you for gifting that sub. And well, good to check it.
Pog champ in the chat, boys.
And have you ever streamed before?
Yeah, I streamed probably last year, like a little bit, like when I was playing WoW.
Yeah.
But my computer's like, I have a decent computer, but it's not like good enough to stream like WoW and
And run it at the same time, yeah.
So I was like rating, like sort of high end, like rating. I don't know if you're familiar with it, but it's like really intense on your computer. Like,
Mhm.
whatever. So my PC's not good enough to stream and play at a high level because there's a little bit of lag.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So,
So you need like a two computer setup thing,
Yeah,
like a streaming PC
yeah.
and your gaming PC,
Yeah,
and
dual.
it's just a
dual would be a lot better.
Yeah.
And Counter Strike as well is like it's really CPU intensive, so it's really hard on your processor. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it's definitely doable. You just need like a beast computer, but
Yeah.
it's sort of mediocre build back. What were you doing before this whole?
This trip?
hitchhiking?
Well, I've been hitchhiking for 4 years on and off.
Jesus.
Like before I started hitchhiking, I was an accounting finance major in college back in Canada. Did that for a couple of years. Canadian, Quebec license plate.
Quebec.
Fellow Canadians on the road. Sorry. Yeah, I'm an accounting finance major. I got bored, quit that. Didn't know what I wanted to do, so I packed a bag, started hitchhiking east across Canada without a destination and plan. Made it to St. John's, Newfoundland, as far east as you can go. Turned around, hitchhiked home. And, like, that was fun. And then the following spring, I was on a 8-month hitchhike around the world through 23 countries. And then between these hitchhiking little
That was my next question because I saved a little bit and then went to New Zealand and I was like broke when I was like broke and I had to actually work out there to
Yeah.
like, get home. You know what I mean? So that was my next question. How do you finance these trips?
Yeah, so I work back in Canada, but I've spent more money on this trip just because I'm allowing myself some luxuries. But like hitchhiking's free, and then if I'm sleeping on my tent most nights, like I am on most trips, accommodation's free. So you don't need that much money to travel for a long time, which is the nice thing about traveling this way. You just have to be comfortable being uncomfortable, because it's not a comfortable way of traveling.
I slept in a van for like 6 months in New Zealand, a minivan. It's
Like did you put a mattress in there? You just reclined the seats and like.
no, we like built a bed
Oh, okay, yeah.
out of wood, and then we put like not like a mattress, but like foam on top.
Yeah.
It still sucked up. I guess I sleep on wood. That was cool. New Zealand.
Yeah, I've done Australia, but not New Zealand. I do want to check out New Zealand.
I didn't do Australia. I wanted to, but
So we did the reverse,
I
yeah.
went broke, so I was like, I'm just gonna go home.
Yeah. What did you do for the 6 months?
Well, the initial plan was a buddy of mine got married. So
Okay.
in New Zealand, so my ex and I were visas, they have like working holiday visas.
Mm-hmm.
We got those, which are 12 months. And we backpacked or just bought a minivan and drove around and stuff. And just drove. So.
Yeah. So you weren't planning on being there 6 months. It just kind of
Sort of, kind of, not really.
Yeah.
One of those things that just kind of happened.
Okay.
But it was really, really cool. Really nice.
Yeah, I definitely want to go there. It is pricey for flights and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Some of the most expensive flights, as far as destination-wise, you can go to.
It's definitely expensive, but the people were super, super nice, and finding work out there is like super easy.
Oh, okay.
As long as it's in season, you can find work really easy. Because camping, backpacking, it's not like a weird thing. Like around here, like hitchhiking is kind of like
It is.
you know what I mean? Around there, it's like, oh, okay, you're backpacking, no big deal.
Yeah.
They have hostels hostels and campgrounds and stuff where you can camp. And they have apps for like finding campgrounds and stuff. It's like super relevant. So.
Yeah. People definitely look at you weird doing this here.
Yeah.
But I've heard like if people want to try hitchhiking, New Zealand is like a great starting ground to see if you like it without committing too much.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
The rides come quick. The people are friendly, and things aren't too spread out. So
yeah, it's not huge.
Yeah.
It's not like huge. It's just 2 miles.
So you've traveled to a few places, or is that your big trip that you've done so far?
I've been to Europe and a bunch of some states, like
Okay.
been to California, some other states. Not like too much traveling, but
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to do more. But kind of a homebody nerd type guy. Like I'm on my computer a lot. I'm a computer guy, so traveling for long periods of time. I got homesick. And I was like, I gotta go back.
Yeah.
I was kind of done. Like I wanted my own car, my own bed, my own chow. You know what I mean? Chow and stuff. Like
Yeah, I get that.
that's just who I am. Though. It
Yeah.
doesn't mean anything.
And like I get those feelings too, but then as soon as I get back for a few weeks, it's like I kind of want to go back out there.
It's tough.
Brain's
And
not sure what it wants.
I like going to the gym, so it's like tough for me to like go to the gym and like be sleeping in a van. And
That's
travel.
true.
You know what I mean? And like do just normal things that I enjoy doing. So
Yeah.
it's all good. I'm definitely gonna travel more, but it'll probably just be for like a week or two at a time versus like
6 months. Yeah.
It's a nice day though.
It is a beautiful day. The past few days have been not that nice. Where I was in Rhode Island because I was trying to hitchhike on an airplane, but like it was cloudy with low surface ceilings, so no one was flying because they fly by instruments, and so they don't like flying in the clouds. Although yesterday morning I came too late to the airport. Martha Stewart flew out of the airport at like 9, and I showed up at like 11 or 12 or something like that. That would have been cool to hitchhike on an airplane with Martha Stewart. Albeit she was going back to New York, which is backwards, but still I couldn't turn down that ride. She wouldn't have taken me, but but I could have tried.
If you hit her with that documentarian.
Yeah,
she might be
exactly.
like, oh, this is really cool.
Yeah, she's been on TV, and so she had her TV show. She'd understand that.
Show some love. Support the street. At least it would have been interesting. That's another reason why I was like, not that I didn't want to help you, but I was like, man, he's just sitting on this bridge right here. You know what I mean? Like trying to get a ride. Like it's not very entertaining. Like he's gonna keep it moving. You know?
Well, thank you. Yeah, that gas station just had like no traffic, and the on-ramp had no shoulder.
Yeah, well,
Like those are the two things I'm looking for.
The problem is like the way the traffic comes in and it goes on the highway, and then like I had to do a U-turn. Like I went by you, and I don't know if you saw me, and I had to do a U-turn. So like just right there, that corner right there, just where that, it's just not a good spot to be like sitting. It's not super a lot of traffic.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
People get gas.
Yeah.
It's kind of steady, but not the best way.
Yeah. But yeah, it's like once you're on the highway, they have these beautiful shoulders, but if you're not on the highway, like I can hitchhike here, it's illegal. But if you're not on the highway, they don't have any shoulders. While you do this.
It's weird because it's like you said, it's got that bad reputation. So it's. But some people
lot of people think hitchhiking is like playing Russian roulette with your life, but it's not. I don't know, 850 rides in my life. I can't say I've been picked up by anyone I felt threatened by. I felt threatened by their driving before. Oh, you've got. I can tell. As soon as we start going, you're a competent driver. Usually, pretty quickly, you can tell if someone is like they're just all over their lane and stuff like that, or they're distracted and they're like, yeah, not fun. Not fun.
I drive a lot for work. A company will drive to different. Like I've actually been to that store you're at. That's how I saw the angle and I was like, I've been there before. I fixed their lottery machine before, so I knew we were.
Yeah.
It's not good. It's not like a dangerous spot to be, but it's just not good as far as like for what you're trying to accomplish.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. The traffic wasn't good. I asked a couple people there, but like, there's so few cars. It would have worked given enough time, asking every car that goes by, but like.
You could have been there for hours and hours
yeah.
trying to get a ride just to, someone might have just brought you to Concord. And then
and I have to get a Concord. Concord, look, to get on the 89, it seemed awkward from Concord. Just there was no, like all the on-ramps there were not the like, you go slow, you turn onto the on-ramp where you kind of have an opportunity to stop. They're like, you're already on the road and you kind of just turn onto it, so you're already going fast and you just merge onto it pretty much.
Yeah, there's only one spot that I think you can probably stand. It's not even that easy.
Yeah.
But I'm not a master hitchhiker.
There's really not that much to it. Hitchhiking at its core is very, very simple. But how can you do it? It's like, really, no matter where you are, given enough time, someone will stop for you. I just try to do it a bit safer, or as safe as I can make it.
It's like they're stopping, they know.
Yeah.
But you don't look like, someone who's like maybe not like you look like a normal, upstanding, sort of like a nice person. You know what I mean? I guess that's stereotypical, whatever you want to say. But
Yeah.
some people that are attempting to hitchhike, it's like just looking at them, like, if I pick that person up.
And that's all by design, because all someone has to base off of whether they're going to pick you up or not is what you look like standing there on the side of the road. They don't get an opportunity to talk to you if you're doing it traditionally and you're not talking to them at a gas station or something. So it's in your best interest to present yourself in the best way possible, or the most friendly way possible, the least intimidating way possible. Which is why I try to stay like clean shaven and stuff like that. It makes you look less intimidating. Beards are intimidating to people.
Oh, actually, I agree.
Yeah.
You got like clothes you're wearing, everything.
How you look, which sounds shallow. It's pretty pretty.
Oh, it's super nice.
Here's my Canadian A sign. Get myself a ride back up to Canada.
Just following up until they stop.
Did he say beards are intimidating? Yes, I did. I think the average person is going to think someone without a beard looks more masculine and intimidating. But feel free to disagree.
Any streams, or you probably don't have as much time to do that?
Now that I'm doing my own stream, I haven't had the opportunity to really watch anyone, because I'm either streaming myself, or I'm sleeping, or I'm talking to someone face to face, like someone that's hosting me for a day or something like that. So I don't really have time to just watch live streams. I'd like to. There's so many people I want to watch now. Now I've been streaming, I've been like met and talked to a lot of different people who stream, and I'd like to see their streams. I just can't.
Did you ever game, or?
I used to all throughout my childhood, but once I graduated and went off to college, I just never did again. There wasn't even a reason. I just stopped. So and that's when I started watching Twitch. Was after that, because I still liked video games, and I always liked watching people play. I found it relaxing. So when there's a new game, or if I was relaxing in the evening, I'd watch someone play a video game. Back then, like StarCraft and stuff. But that's how I knew about Twitch. Part of the reason why I decided to live stream on Twitch. Once I'd been hitchhiking for a few years, and I wanted to document what hitchhiking's like.
I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, that'd be a cool format.
It's entertaining. It's a little bit different, Like, I like IRL streams, but sometimes it's kind of, I don't want to say fake, but like a little bit fabricated. There's a little bit like people throw drama in there, like certain big streamers. They'll maybe not plan it out, but they'll have like some sort of agenda and like make it more entertaining. I feel like they're just kind of like just going like, oh, go over here, get over here. I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, there's really not too much planning as far as trying to create content or whatever. And I do understand if you're live streaming, you're essentially an entertainer, and there's a desire to make your stream entertaining. If there's nothing going on, then, well, you're not entertaining as much as you want to. I think hitchhiking is an interesting format as far as content goes, because there's always an unknown nature to every single day.
Never know
Who's
what's going to happen.
Exactly.
Where you're really going to go. I mean, you're trying to get to somewhere,
but how am I going to get there?
always going to take it.
How many different rides, and who am I going to meet along the way, and what is their story going to be? Have you ever picked someone up?
I don't think so. I think this is the first time.
First hitchhiker, yes.
I'm pretty confident in that answer. I'm not like I said. It's kind of, especially around like Manchester area.
Yeah.
Like, picking someone up's kind of, it's dangerous. You know what I mean? You don't know them. You don't know what their intentions are.
Yeah.
You don't know anything about them.
Yeah, for sure.
Where you were like live streaming, I was confident that I was gonna be okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And yeah, I feel like the live stream might make people feel safer in general, but a lot of people as well probably just don't want to be on camera that much. I thought more people wouldn't want to be on camera. I thought I'd lose like a quarter of my rides to people being like, "Oh, sorry, I didn't see the camera. I don't want to be on camera," and then I'd be like, "Okay, I'll wait for the next one." But I've only lost 8 because of that, 8 and 154 or whatever it is.
I don't have a problem being on camera, but I didn't want people to think like my intentions were to like leech, you know what I mean? Like, because a lot of people, like I've seen it like on, like Mitch Jones and like Soda and those like bigger streams, people will specifically snipe them, wherever they are.
For exposure.
Just for exposure.
Yeah.
That was not my intention today, so that's why I said like I don't want to be, I'm not looking to be on stream. Like I don't care if I'm leaked or whatever. Like it's not a big deal, but I'm not looking for exposure. I'm not looking to build my stream or my following or anything like that. That's not my intention. I'm just simply trying to help you out so you can keep it pushing. That's it. Like I don't.
It's awesome.
Love that type of person.
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
No, that's cool. I don't know.
And that's kind of like getting sniped. I think that was kind of entertaining for some of those. You know what I mean? Like not the call-ins and like the swats and that stuff's ridiculous.
That's totally separate. Yeah.
Like, but if someone just shows up somewhere, is like, "Hey man, I'm a big fan." Like that's kind of cool in some aspect. But then they're like, "Follow me on Instagram." And like it's like, come on, dude.
Yeah. And a lot of people that I've randomly met on the street, when they see you streaming or whatever like that, then they'll like call out their Instagram or something like that. But the people that have actually specifically come and picked me up and stuff like that, they didn't really have any interest in that. They're just like, "I've been watching your stream. Cool to help you out." Yeah.
Just trying to help them. That's it.
Yeah.
I don't even have Instagram, to be honest.
There you go.
I don't really do like. I have Snap just to talk to like some friends. That's it. I don't really do.
Yeah.
Social media. It's too like not fake, but it's just too much.
Yeah, I've never been big on social media for the stream. I made an Instagram to show the different types of people that pick me up, but I suck at updating it. As you guys watching know, I'm like 2 weeks behind. It's like if someone was hitchhiking along a road while you were a passenger in a car, would you ask the driver to stop for them? No, it's their car. It's their thing. if they want to pick them up, they can make that decision. But no, I wouldn't ask them to. How do I charge? Yeah, I've got 6 batteries, like the one I have attached to the bottom there. This big one can run the stream for about a day. So I have 2 big ones like this, and then a few medium and smaller ones. So I can go about 3 days tops without having to plug into a wall.
So you basically just charge up like whenever you get a chance.
Yeah, and like after 3 days, I'd need like a full overnight recharge. These take a long time to recharge. It's just like 5 volt 1 amp, like slow. And then I'm good for another 3 days. So I was just looking at a map, seeing because there's a Highway 103 and this one intersect, and there's a few businesses and an on ramp, and I'm like, does it work? The on ramps don't.
I've never hitchhiked, so
Yeah.
I have no idea. Where spot up here, I have no idea. I'm trying to think. A busy spot where you can
Yeah.
have like your best chance. Maybe Tilton. Tilton's pretty busy.
Where is that?
Actually, Tilton's on 93. I guess, I don't know, maybe Lev, I guess. Lev's pretty busy.
Lebanon? Yeah. And that point I'd be going, oh, that's still the 89.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
about, I think that's about halfway to where you're going.
Okay.
What's your favorite place you've been so far?
On this trip,
Yeah, I guess this trip. It's kind of.
yeah, hitchhiking America trip. Like I like the whole West Coast, going along like Highway 101 down the West Coast, right on the ocean. It's beautiful. What else? Colorado was amazing. people were very outdoorsy. And I just like the vibe there. And then the whole southeast was like nice, but it's been too hot for me, so it makes it difficult for me to enjoy it as of just how hot and sweaty I am the whole time and the humidity. Those are probably my favorite like landscape. That's interesting, just scenery-wise, I guess. But, like I met some of the nicest people in the world in Kansas, many different states.
Yeah, I've only been to California once, but I'd like to get back out towards the West Coast. It's super nice out there.
Yeah, it certainly is. Has Swole Snow traveled? Yes. We were talking about he went to not Australia, New Zealand for 6 months, some Europe and stuff like that. They well, Twitch calling you Swole, I guess for Twitch standards.
Twitch trash.
Yeah.
Loggers. It's just tough, like, it's expensive. I'm not big on flying. I really like to fly, but I do it so that I can travel, so it's kind of...
But you said you're not big on flying, or you?
No, I get, like, really sick.
Oh, okay.
Like, really sick.
Yeah.
Like, when I came back from New Zealand, I went, like, to Australia, to, like, Thailand, to Austria, and it was, like, just such a long flight, but I was so sick. So I'm not big on flying.
Yeah.
But I do it because it's necessary.
Just to get somewhere,
It's necessary to try.
Yeah. Just take an ocean liner, like 100 years ago. Take a few weeks.
It's a travel, it's a quest.
But I really like flying. And have you been on the stream when I've been hitchhiking on airplanes?
I don't think so.
No. Like, yeah, on the trip we've hitchhiked on 5 airplanes, smaller airplanes.
Small ones?
Yeah, like
little jumpers?
Yeah, essentially.
I'd be so sick. I'd be so sick.
You probably would have, especially on the one in Colorado, out of Boulder. The guy picked me up, and he's a flight instructor, and like the plane's designed for like stunt flying and stuff like that. So we went out there, and we weren't allowed to go upside down unless we had parachutes, which we didn't. So, but we were doing like some banking turns and like pulled like a 0-degree like banking, so that you like feel weightless and stuff like that. And that can be hard on your stomach for sure.
I'd be puking, 100%.
Yeah, by the time we were landing, I'm like, okay, actually, I feel that too. I feel it.
I don't know, just something about it just makes me, and like the air, it's like,
Oh, I see.
air, and like, I don't know, just the whole thing's so gross.
And is there also like, does flying make you anxious, or is it just like something about it like makes you feel sick?
Yeah, well, I don't like heights like to begin with.
Okay.
Like, that's really obviously very high up.
Yeah.
And then like just the feeling, I don't know if it's like the G-forces or whatever, you know, whatever on your body just makes me sick, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Just not my thing. I've never been big on like roller coasters and like, things of that nature, so
Yeah.
to me it's like just the force on your body makes me sick.
How are you with spinning? I like roller coasters, but I can't handle like spinning just on an axis. Like.
I'd probably barf.
Yeah. Okay. All right. It's like, give me all the fast roller coasters with flips and stuff like that, but put me on the teacups and I'm gonna throw up. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. might be a semi-decent on-ramp in New London, so you don't have to go all the way to Lebanon.
Alright, man.
But yeah, I'll just direct you. Teacups are the best. I disagree. We're headed north of I-89, direction New London, Lebanon. Everything out here is named after another place in the world. It's just went through Manchester. Now we're going to New London, then Lebanon, then I don't know what else. It's strange though.
This one, next one.
Not this one. Let's be the next one. You're still in Connecticut? No. Long ago. You don't get a lobster roll, isn't that like a Maine thing? I'm in New Hampshire. Is it? Are you known for lobster rolls?
We do have lobster. That's
Okay. But I'm gonna go to Maine really soon, so sure, we'll get lobster rolls there. Maybe even a full lobster. We'll splurge and do what you're supposed to do in Maine. It's a New England thing. I feel like you want to be on the coast for that.
It is a New England thing for sure.
Yeah.
I've never heard anyone say, I'm going to go and get New Hampshire lobsters. I'll get Maine lobsters.
Yeah.
I don't eat lobsters.
It's pretty bright. So it looks like just over 2 miles.
Alright, man.
Yeah. The only state not on the coast is Vermont. Yeah, New Hampshire is on the coast. It's just a very small coastal section, right? It's a little narrow. New Hampshire only has 18 miles of coastline. There you go. So it does have a coastline, just not that much. So I looked up a spot at the next exit. It looks like it has a shoulder on the on-ramp, which is appropriate for hitchhiking on. So, hopefully. So, new sunglasses? No, I got these back in North Carolina. Lady friend in Keene, New Hampshire. Is the no Keene's spelled differently? The outdoor brand, the shoe brand. I think it's without the E on the end. Any follow-ups with Pete and Amy? Yeah, they made a Twitch account, and Amy came by for a little bit. Those are the people that helped me out a ton yesterday. Got me a hotel room and stuff like that. Yeah. This will be this one. Wherever it's safe to pull over.
This way. Or you're trying to get over there.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'd just be going back on the on-ramp. Oh, I guess yeah, just up here. Yeah.
That's a walk.
Yeah, that's totally
I'm
fine.
not used to it. Alright, man. Nice meeting you.
What do you want me to call you?
Jake.
Jake? Trevor.
See you, man. Take care.
Thank you so much for the ride. I do appreciate that. Got me out of a bad town. Well, yeah, a bad town, but bad hitchhiking spot. Awkward silence. You guys think everything's awkward. Yeah, thanks. Have a good one. See ya. Oh, I didn't get a picture with him. Oh well. I gotta do it with my backpack. Sorry, one sec. Bear with me. Awkward bag removal. Eden Pie, you're an awkward bag removal. Slacker? Why am I a slacker? Don't hurt my feelings. Told me really bad updating Instagram? Yeah. Yes, I am. Oh, I just used my north sign here. The on-ramp actually didn't look that great, but we'll make it work. We'll make it work. How many rides are we at? Like 154, 155, something like that. Oh. There's actually a curb here? Dang it! Dang it! Oh well, we'll make it work. Someone will pull over. Someone will pull over. It's a better spot. It's a spot. Is it good? Eh. So it has to have a curb, but what I saw on the satellite looked like a very safe place to pull over, but they have to hop the curb to do it, which is like totally doable. It's just a lot of people don't want to hop the curb. Anyway, it'll work. Let's get you guys set up. And yes, there's a sign that says pedestrians, bicycles, horses, mopeds, motorcycles prohibited after that sign. I know I'm going to take my sunglasses off, but thank you for the reminder. I do forget. That's something I forget all the time. Yeah. There's a nice breeze. Feel like standing up today? How are you feeling, backpack? A little tipsy?